my first question to you is, how is your A game? I will talk a lot about principles, concepts, and ideas. One of the questions that I asked, and it was asked today, do I have to move around? What kind of moving are you going to do? And I realized that, you know what? At any given moment, you can be confronted with a situation that you've got to move to action on. So in that moment, you have to really think about how I prepared myself. So I want to share with you ideas, concepts, and principles. If you take these, no matter where you are physiologically, psychologically, mentally, if you remember these ideas, then you move to action on those ideas. First one, A game, awareness. Your ability to be aware, to know what's going on, what is your environment. And we know this, I'm sure I'm not going to share anything that's really going to be revolutionary for you, but maybe reminders. But awareness is the key. I keep hearing it over and over and over again. I go back and do research. Okay, maybe there's something new out there that people need to think of to help them be safe in every environment. It always comes back to this, your ability to be aware. I speak to the law enforcement, same thing, ability to be aware. And if you can master the ability to be aware, then you are basically going to be safe. Okay, the next thing is assessment. Is having the ability to be aware of a situation and then assessing it. Let me think about this. I'm now aware of this, and then what's going on here? What's my best idea here? And then from there, you then move to what we call action. Your ability to move to effective, efficient, and appropriate action. Once you are aware of a situation, you've assessed it, you've thought it through, and then you move to action. Now, this has to happen fast. So that's the practice. Again, this is the idea. The idea is be aware, right? The idea is to assess, and the idea is to move to the right appropriate action. But that happens like this. Someone walks in, you look, evaluate them, assess them, and then your action, then you move to that action. This question is an important question that came up when I spoke to Sergeant Matthew. This here. What is your objective? When you get up in the morning, what's your objective? When you go through your day, what's your objective? He said this, I promise that I will come home safe tonight. His goal is basically to get home safe. That's it. I tell this to the youth all the time, because when you train in martial arts, you get a black belt, you feel like you're a superhero. And they'll tell you, I'll be in front of the class, and as I lead the class, I have the other instructors lead the class, I stand like this, just like this, and I'll tell the kids, you know what I'm thinking, right guys? I'm thinking I got a cape, and my cape's going because I feel like a superhero. Because I'm teaching, I'm doing what I love to do, and I have all this knowledge, and I'm fit at 56. I'm fit enough to move to action, so I stand there just excited. So sometimes you get pumped up with this. Now, I'm confronted with someone that wants to do me harm. I might say, how dare this person confront me and disrespect me? I have the ability to destroy this person, to hurt this person really, really bad. But is that my goal? Is that my objective? No. Get home safe. So what do? Get out, get safe, get home. My hope is that that's your objective, whatever it takes. Okay, so how is your A game? How is your ability to be aware, to assess, and then to move to the right appropriate action as quick as possible? Something to think about. Ideas, concepts, and principles.